Actually, I'm pedophile and breaking and entering and aiding pedophiles and plagiarizing and whatever else pedophile was doing. Oh, and altering all my videos. All my videos have been edited and altered, just in case anyone was wondering. Subliminals and stuff of that nature is what I specialize in. So what the pedophiles went around doing through pedophiles that were known as YouTube and whatnot is the pedophiles basically altered the hues and the brightness, certain different aspects of what you see on your screen. The pedophiles thought that they wouldn't get caught, but it's like Macromedia and Adobe. Once they transferred from company to company, their timing values, everything switched. Their subliminals completely changed, everything of that nature. They did it all in the background without anyone knowing. The government doesn't really the government covers up half of this stuff. That's the best way I can put it. They claim to not be affiliated with them, but anyone that's a major company throughout the U.S. is something that the U.S. is using as their major source code to what they have their pedophiles code off of pedophiles. So I mean, what Macromedia and Adobe code gets basically, I mean, it's already pedophiled, but it gets pedophiled even more by the pedophiles that they sell it to, and then it gets pedophiled by the government that basically aids pedophiles in obstructing my identity, or what you all know or see as my identity, which is usually just my driver's license image, since they maintain it for like 10 to 15 years as long as I don't change my hair, cut my hair, or anything of that nature, and I look exactly basically the same. It maintains the card due to the fact that it's an aging trick that prevents aging from really happening, because light is technically just your equivalence that basically broke away from you. So I mean, this is what the country's basically figured out. This is why IDs last for so much time. They offset whatever the fucking pedophiles thought would be a fucking joke by leaving the planet and going, oh well, now I got another son committing the same fucking pedophile crimes in this galaxy. What are you gonna do about it? And since we couldn't travel fast enough, this is kind of like the jokes and how the stress is basically cut off. How to offset, how to cancel, basically every which way, every system. If you employ some of these systems in the background while being in the foreground, kind of like the ID image system, it makes the system more profitable. It's out front in your face, being used and employed day in and day out, and being used and employed against pedophiles claiming to be me, or technically pedophiles obstructing what you all see as me. So it's technically just a savage issue. And I call them pedophiles for basically using using pedophile rape tactics, or sorry, using pedophile tactics, and claiming that they're and then falsifying identities as to how pedophile basically uses everyone's identity to falsify identities due to the fact that the pedophiles that were known as law enforcement, the pedophiles that were known as law enforcement, are now just considered a bunch of pedophiles that are aiding pedophiles in obstructing justice. That's the key term, obstructing justice. That's what all the pedophiles are basically convicted of, but they'll convict me of it for saying it, and for being the image that all these pedophiles are using, since it was before they all were convicted of being pedophiles. And and also the pedophile basically went around forcing his pedophile fucking tactics by pedophile raping females while they slept, and then the pedophile covering that up by switching companies as to how the pedophile was breaking and entering into the clients' houses. So that's how the pedophiles basically lie about everything. And it's not like I ever had like mass amounts of clients, so the pedophiles can't even lie about that. Luckily. Fuck, man. I didn't go around from house to house as a service tech or anything of that nature, so luckily I can escape any of the areas that pedophiles broke into. Anything actually. there's the rest of the pedophile crowd. They're like, oh, we're like dogs now. Annoy the shit out of you that way. I wasn't even gonna stream. They have a new pedophile rendition of this pedophile game launched in a few days. So I was definitely trying not to do anything. So tired of this shit. And it's all due to the fact that the pedophiles hacked my internet connection again, and I couldn't do anything about it, the timing values. So let's say the connection is like a 5-second repeating connection. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then repeats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infinite, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then so on and so forth with 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then, you know, like so on and so forth, 21 and on. But it's not like that. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. So these systems basically, I mean, since they're so simplified, the pedophiles broke in and basically altered it. So once I connect to a person and I'm shooting at them, it goes 1, 2, 3. It starts the disconnection process and disconnects for 4, 5, and then also 1. So while I'm stuck shooting the whole time, there's no bullets hitting the pedophile. See how pedophile like now wears an eye patch because pedophile's like super bitter that pedophile got caught using these pedophile hacks. And then at times, pedophile would even be like, oh, no, that's just normal interval check. See, it cuts out at 3 this time and 4, and then it reconnects by 5. But that's what pedophiles were doing in order to reconnect it for the next series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it lags it out again because it's a hyper-sped number series sometimes. Sometimes they'll even speed through the number series. And they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it sounds like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even a slowed down staccato, but it's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 50, 90, a billion, and then so on and so forth, and it cuts out. These are all basic coding methods, like connection to connection coding standards. So all these pedophiles started getting jobs working for these companies and figuring out what each fucking company was doing. Pedophile had like over 100,000 pedophiles employed last year that were roaming around from network to network, plagiarizing information. That's how pedophile roams around, gaining all his money in the background. And pedophile tries to cover it up by claiming, oh no, we don't even have a house or a job right now. We got kicked out of everything. And the worst part is when pedophile tries to get pity by like lying about all this shit. Pedophile even sends in low tiers like this in real life too. Pedophile would be like, no, this is one of the new people that we just lied about and hired and claimed to be doing the same thing that he's lying about. Oh, fuck, they caught me again. They caught us again. Fuck, man, I shouldn't have said us. That's what pedophile basically says. Like, as pedophiles are being caught. Breaking and entering from company to company. That is what pedophile tries to claim it as. pedophiles hire any fucking kids to do any other sick-head fucking pedophile-ass fucking pedophile routine. Shit pisses me off. 5 kills. All real players, some of them were forced to play off being bots. Regardless of what your pedophiles are sold, they're all considered pedophiles now for aiding and abetting pedophiles and whatever pedophile activity pedophiles basically running around doing. Rape and whatnot, regardless of what your pedophile country spokespeople or whatever the fuck the pedophiles claim to be say or said, makes no difference. So fucking sad to have to deal with you pedophiles at such a fucking outrageous rate. The last fucking little pedophile even became complacent. Oh fuck, you son of a pedophile, I was about to just die. Sorry, the last little kid was even just became complacent.